What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at a new game called Grimpath. Imagine, if you will, taking your favorite aspects of a TCG and your favorite aspects of wargaming and smashing them together and seeing what the product would be. Well, I guess we're going to find out today because that's the goal of Grimpath. I had a chance to play this game at Gen Con earlier this year and it was a lot of fun, so I'm really excited to see how far it's progressed and what this TTS demo has in store for us today. My special guests today are none other than Jens from Cardboard Guide and Dave, the creator of Grimpath himself. But enough with all of that. I know you're probably here for the gameplay, so let's get right into it. And thanks again, Jens, for joining us. Dave, of course, thank you as well for joining us. What we got in front of us is the tabletop simulator. This is the basic layout. I'm just going to hand it over to Dave, and he's going to explain a few basic things before we get started.
Well, first of all, hello, and thanks for playing, guys. This is going to be awesome. Pretty excited about this. See how this goes. Okay, so let me give you like a little overview of the play area. So, I mean, first of all, this is Grimpath. It's a game that combines deck building and deck TCG type gameplay with fantasy miniatures, which you can see a bunch of them on the left and right of the play area. These are our decks. There's 30 card decks in Grimpath. We're going to set those over here next to our discard pile. And then here's some of this is like kind of like the control panel where you have where you keep your health, and you have some dice that you can use and some little trinkets and stuff like that. And in between each player's decks is the and facing, each player is facing off against each other. In between that is the battleground. That's this area here. It's a 10 by 10 grid that you use to have your little miniatures, pick up and walk around and fight each other on. What we'll be doing is drawing cards. You'll get a hand of 7 cards, and then you play them into this area here. This is your barracks area, we call it, of the play space. This here is the battlefield. This is your little control panel area, and this is your barracks. And the barracks is where you put your minions. When you recruit them on a play, you'll put your cards there, and then you'll put a minion onto the battlefield to like correspond with them. There's some influence cards. These are cards that we use to gain power, and you'll see while Josh and Jens are having their match together how they use the influence and the energy system and stuff like that. But these influence cards are how we gain energy, and you can exhaust them and move your minions around. But we like to place them in the back area of our barracks area.
And for the new people, influence is kind of akin to mana, if you will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's our core resource system for the game.
And you'll notice at the top and bottom here, we have 2 cards in front of us. These are the warlords, I believe. Dave, if you can just explain how those work.
One of the unique things about Grimpath is that we both, accompanying each deck is a warlord, and each of the players both are represented on the battlefield by their warlord cards. Yeah, yep. You are the Goblin Summoner, which is going to be the warlord master for the Goblin deck, and Josh, you've got the Gluetrap, which is this creepy slime creature,
yes, sir.
Undead slime creature that will be commanding the Shadow deck. The warlords have powers that you can use in a match, and the decks are built around those powers. And there's going to be a whole bunch of warlords for you to choose from in the full version of the game, and lots of cards to mix and match to build your own custom like warbands and warlords with. But in this match, we're going to be playing these pre-constructed demo decks that we set it up with the tabletop simulator. So, all
right. So I noticed on the Gluetrap here that there's numbers at the top, the bottom left and bottom right. Dave, if you can just cover those for me real quick.
Yeah, so let me show you how these work. So influence is that power source that we use to command our warband. And your warlord has a power, and each different warlord will have different varying levels of power. When you exhaust your warlord during a match, you can exhaust him to gain that much influence of your warlord's type or their power type to spend recruiting minions or casting spells to sort of accompany the influence cards that you'll put into play.
So if I'm getting this correctly, my Gluetrap will tap for 1 influence, and if I'm looking at Jens's, his will tap for 2. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So the other 2 baubles on the character is the toughness and health. In Grimpath, the toughness is the 2 in the front with the blue bauble. This is how much damage Gluetrap would do if you attacked with Gluetrap. In Grimpath, you attack when you're next to a minion, and you would do it by tapping your card that is making the attack. By doing that, you would be doing 2 damage to this creature here, which looks like a rat, like a rogue rat. So, and then if you were tracking that damage in Grimpath, if this were that minion's card, the damage is actually persistent. So if you did, this minion has only 1 health, so it would die if you did 1 damage to it. But if it had 4 health and I did 1 damage to it, you could set a dice onto it to track it.
So it's phases and turns, and there's no like reset of the health, if you will, like it is in other TCGs.
Yeah,
Okay.
damage is persistent, so you can just sort of like plink and zap characters and whittle them down. And it feels a little bit more snappy on the battlefield that way. So speaking of health, the warlord has a much higher health, you'll notice. And one of the ways we track, that's actually the win condition of the game for your character. And so one of the ways that we track the health for your warlords is these D10 dice set over here in the area I said was the control panel area.
Okay.
So you'll notice Jens's warlord has 12 health. So this warlord has a higher health value. So Jens's dice would be set to 12. And when you do 12 damage to his warlord, which you can track over here, after doing that 12 damage, you would be reduced to 0, and that would you would win the game by defeating his warlord. But
Awesome.
In your case, you have 10 health, so we set the dice to 10. And
Cool.
you'll notice that Gluetrap has a little bit a way to subsidize that weaker health by being able to attach minions onto himself to use them as shielding to prevent damage. So, but we'll see that.
Only my minions, though, correct?
Yeah, only your minions. So.
All right, Jens, how do you feel, buddy? You ready to fire it up?
Ready to go. Ready to be all fury and aggro here.
Sounds like you're right in your comfort zone. All right, so we're moving into the battlefield setup. I won the roll, so I will be going first. But we do get to set up the battlefield, right? So I will get to set 10 pieces on my side only, and Jens will be able to set 1.
Sucks.
I think, right?
Yep, exactly.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Up to 10. You don't have to do the whole 10 either.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do all 10, but I think I'm just going to go with my 4 blocks, Jens, if you want to place your 1 block.
Yeah, I think I will place... Oh, I need to have increments. So... Yeah. Maybe I'll just... Maybe that.
Yeah, a nice little symmetrical type wall there. Almost symmetrical.
All right. And just for the TTS technical stuff, I'm going to lock those in place so they don't move.
Yeah, good pro tips. Yeah, if you're playing on Tabletop Simulator, you can right click and lock those down, and then you don't knock them over.
All right. Nice. I am ready to shuffle. Again, another pro tip for TTS. That's just hitting R while you're hovering over the deck. Jens, if you'd like to shuffle as well.
Yeah, I have shuffled and drawn.
Oh, you already have? Okay, my bad. I'm just slow over here. I'm going to draw my hand. Okay, I think I'm ready to play my first card. I am going to grab a Shadow Influence. So it'll go down here again in my influence box area. So right now I have 2 mana available as my Warlord taps for 1 and my Influence taps for 1. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, because I almost forgot, we need to place our Warlords.
Oh, yeah.
So let's do that.
I think I'll place my Goblin Warlord here.
Face to face.
Perfect. Dave, can you explain line of sight real quick?
You basically draw a line, imaginary line, from one of the corners of your square that your minion is making the attack. You need to draw 2 of these lines, but draw one from one corner to one of their corners, and then draw another line from that same corner to a second corner on them. And if that line doesn't pass through terrain, you can see each other. And it's a pretty... I think that's the most simplistic line of sight, in my opinion.
All right, so what I'm going to do is tap my Gluetrap and tap my influence card, and I'm going to play Rupture
That's
Rend.
what I asked.
So luckily for me, I am in the
Oh.
line of sight with Jens's Warlord, so it does deal 2 damage to any target your Warlord can see and costs 2 shadow mana. As you can see, I've met all the requirements, so that should resolve. All right, and I will pass turn. Jens, you're up, bud.
All right.
Nice zap. Zap.
All right. So I will draw for turn, and I get to do that because I am going second.
Yep.
I play an influence card.
Nice.
And then I spent 1 resource to move my Warlord 1 space.
That you can do, but before you do that,
You have a trigger.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
the
okay.
Goblin Infestation. So when Goblin Infestation enters play, reveal the top card of your deck. And if it's a goblin, let's see.
See?
Oh, and
That's
it
the
is.
goblin. Then
So
I
yeah,
Draw it.
I may draw it. Nice.
yeah, you gotta put it in your hand.
That goes
Nice.
to the hand. All right. Then I will exhaust my Warlord to play a Pack Goblin.
Gross.
Nice.
And that says when you recruit Pack Goblin, you may recruit another Goblin that is in the same or less power as Pack Goblin for free. So I will also recruit a Knickknacker.
Nice.
I may summon them around my Warlord. So I will summon the Knickknacker here. And where's the Pack Goblin?
Let's see if I can help you. There's a pack goblin right here.
Thank you. And I will recruit him over here.
Yeah, and on that, actually, we should just do a quick mention about recruiting, since what you saw there was 2 cards entering play and then minions entering play, to accompany them. And Jens asked, I can recruit around my Warlord, right? And that is correct. So when you recruit a minion in Grimpath, it appears anywhere on your starting line or anywhere on a space next to your Warlord. So anywhere around your Warlord. So and there you go.
That's me for turn. So end turn.
All right, I will untap and draw 1 card.
Look at all those ghosts.
Is a
in your
Warlord
barrel.
considered a minion, Dave?
No, a minion, that's actually a good question. So a minion is anything a warlord, that you bring along and command in your warband, and your warlord is a warlord. So you'll see 2 phrases on the cards. Minions, meaning like destroy target minion. And then there's another one that's like do damage to any mini. And so when it's a mini, that means any mini that you control. But if it says minion, then it's just your minions.
I will tap 3 and play the Severed Servant. After recruiting the Severed Servant, have it pay X health to summon that many 1/1 undead tokens next to it. I will choose to do both. So I'm gonna essentially sack my own dude and create 2 skeleton tokens. Yeah, I'll put him here. Okay, and then that'll die essentially and go over here. All right, Jens, it is your turn.
All right. Dave, I have a drop goblin.
Yes,
and it says I
sir.
can recruit drop goblin onto any high ground.
Mm-hmm.
So do I need to have it next to my warlord, or can I just recruit it onto one of those nice little high grounds here?
Yeah, in that case, it sort of that text overwrites the core rule, which allows would normally not allow that, but because it's on the text.
All right, so I will spend 3 resources, recruit a drop goblin.
I use these slingshotters over here.
Yeah, exactly. And
See, this is where the high ground is actually kind of like, do I not want high ground as a shadow?
And then because I used my Goblin Summoner, it has haste. So I will exhaust it, and I have ranged 4, so I will 1, 2, 3. Is it diagonal or 1?
Yeah, so you can move diagonally when you're counting spaces for ranged attacks.
Can I target Josh's Warlord?
From there, let's see, 1,
I
2,
can block with a
3,
skeleton.
4. But this is actually. He could just block with the skeleton, yeah.
Then I just shoot the front skeleton right here.
Yep, no problem.
And
Zap.
that was me for turn.
Okay, So obviously I played 2 influence cards here, which get me some resource. But when I run out of influence cards, the other option is to rally a minion. So basically, I can play a minion into the influence area and use that as influence resource. Correct?
I should have done that too.
Oh yeah, that's what, if you don't have an influence card, yeah, Jens, you could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next time.
See now he's hanging out. In that case, you don't put a minion onto the battlefield because he's sort of hanging out in your barracks area where is safe from harm and can't be attacked, but can still supply you with moral support in the form of influence.
Okay, so I'm gonna tap 3 and play Dragged into the Shadow
Ooh,
and drag him
Ooh.
here.
I like this, Josh. Josh is getting fierce.
So this
Yeah.
this reads move target non-shadow minion to next to a shadow minion I control. So basically pulled him in, and since my warlord is standing tall and not exhausted, he's going to attack the drop goblin who is exhausted, so he can't fight back as well.
Nice. I like
Unfair.
that was awesome, Josh. Use those tendrils of shadow.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
And that'll be my turn out of a resource.
So I got another goblin infestation.
Ooh, nice. The goblins are coming out of the woodwork.
I will
Gross.
reveal a card. That's
No, not another one.
I'll trade you this for that.
So I will exhaust my warlord and 1 resource. Summon another
Laughs and goblin.
Slingshot.
And right in the same tree.
Yeah. And then I will attack your warlord, Josh.
Did you use your warlord to pay for him? Yeah. So
Yes.
he's got haste. Okay,
Yes.
I'll sacrifice my other skeleton to block it.
So I will tap this, and then I will move my party goblin 2 steps. And I can't really do anything else, I believe. So
I like
that's me
watching
for
these
turn.
goblins.
Okay, so I played another influence,
Uh,
and let me see what I want to do here. I think I will tap 1, 2, 3, 4, and play Shadow Assassin.
Ooh.
Shadowy Assassin.
I
So
love this.
what he does is he's got haste, and he may enter into play next to an exhausted mini. So my Dave, which one should I use for this dude?
That
Thank you,
cool.
sir. He's
the
gonna
cool-
enter
Oh, going for control. I like
right
the
there, and he's got haste, so he's gonna attack the drop goblin that Jens just brought in.
Bye-bye, goblin.
And I will pass turn, Jens. Go ahead.
All right. So untap, draw for turn. Can I pass through my own minions, David?
you can. Yes, you can.
All right.
You can't pass through enemy minions, but you can your own. Same for line of sight.
You don't have friendly fire, so to speak.
Yeah.
That's good. All right. So I will recruit a minion
Rally.
down here. Rally.
Yeah. There we go.
All right. And then I will move this mini 2 spaces. I will use move my warlord 2 spaces. And
Ooh.
then I will exhaust my warlord and this one over here. And I will summon a rocket rider.
You got such a badass gang of goblins over here. I love this.
Yeah. And that's me for turn. Over to you, Josh.
Okay, I will ready up. And now that I've readied up, I'm gonna lend this little tidbit of information. So Dave, could he have tapped some of his recruited minions to move his rocket rider, or is he like summoning sickness type deal?
It depends if he brought the rocket rider in with his warlord.
Yeah.
If he
so
did,
I can also tap my minions here for resource.
Yes.
You could,
Oh.
yeah.
So for next turn, something big.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure you're aware of that. Otherwise, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. So yeah.
Yeah, that's good to be clear about that, Josh.
All right, I drew my card for turn. I'm gonna play another influence.
Ooh, nice. Shadow is like if you could visualize the shadow over here, it'd be very dark in this area of the map.
Yes. Okay, so I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tap this guy to move my what is he called? Shadowy Assassin. 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
I can pay 1 to move him 1 more, correct?
That is correct, yeah.
So I'll do that. So now he's right here. And
Ooh.
then I'm gonna tap to attack your warlord for 3.
Now,
Okay.
before
Can
you take that
I,
damage, Jens, do you know how to block? Are you familiar with
yeah,
that?
can I block with my knickknacker?
You sure can.
All right. And then the knickknacker and the rat deals damage to each other, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the process would
Okay.
be so you exhaust the knickknacker, swap
I exhaust the
spaces.
knickknacker.
Yeah.
They swap places.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And now the knickknacker is taking the damage for the uh, summoner and dealing it as well.
All right. So knickknacker dies and rat also goes to graveyard.
Not a very strong rat, but carries on in the dead, so it does give you
Oh
some
yeah.
help
I forgot about
from the
the
grave.
swap and defend thing.
Well, still though,
So my turn's not quite over. That sucked, but it is what it is. I'm gonna tap this guy and move my mini. Now that there's 2 in the graveyard, I can move them 4 spaces. So
Come back
1,
here.
2, 3, 4. And then I think that is the best I could do. So go ahead, Jens.
So I will spend my 2 resources here to have my summoner move 4 spaces. Can you know move diagonally?
You
No.
cannot move diagonally now.
No.
You can attack
Okay.
diagonally, and that's
Mhm.
why when you're doing ranged, you can use the diagonal.
All right. So I will have my warlord there, and then I will rally.
There,
Over
yeah,
here.
now you're doing
Yay.
it. You gotta keep all those barbarians in the back.
Oh man.
And I will pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ooh, that's a
I
big
will
number.
summon a Painbringer.
Ooh,
Is that
here's
the
one
pain?
big old
Yeah,
orc right there.
That's not good.
I will summon him.
That's not good. Uh-oh.
I could actually spend a resource here, right, to move him 1 space because I summoned him with.
That's correct, yes.
Yeah. All right. So he takes another step. All right, and that's me for turn.
I will tap 4
Ooh.
to
Or,
play
ooh, that's
Raise
gonna be
Dead,
handy.
Oh.
and I'm going to bring out 3 skeletons.
Cackles and skeleton.
All right,
Sometimes I feel like Tabletop Simulator likes to mess with us.
I got my 3 skelly
Yeah.
boys out. So I
Skelly
think
boys.
the smart play is to keep Gluetrap and my other dude available for influence, because just a friendly reminder to the viewers, if one of my friendly minions dies right next to me, I can essentially attach him as a shield for 1 influence. So with that being said, I will pass turn.
Okay. I will exhaust my warlord and these 2 to summon a
Ooh,
Elite
Elite
Frogger?
Flogger.
flogger. And
This is the one I usually use for Elite
this
Flogger.
one.
Mhm.
Yep. And then it says that if it's the first one to attack, I may
Take 3 steps.
take 3 steps before or after combat. So I think I will take 3 steps, and I summon it so it has haste. And I would like to attack this skeleton over here.
All right, skeleton will mark 1 damage on him
Yeah.
because they fight. Correct?
Yep.
Correct.
But then the skeleton also dies, and I will activate Gluetrap.
Yeah.
Get some more bones. Add some bones to your bones.
And I will attack the other skeleton with my Painbringer.
This one here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to tip? Do you want to tip?
Yeah, I'm going to
Jens?
tap Gluetrap and take him as well.
And I mark 1 damage on my Painbringer.
That's right. Yeah.
So if I attack
That's gonna
a
hit.
minion, can I go into the space it occupied, or does it stay where it was?
You have to move. No, you have to. You'd have to take a step
I have to
onto
spend
there.
resources. Okay, then I tap this one to move my Painbringer over here. But oh, it's so hard. No, pass the turn.
All right.
You are a kind goblin warlord.
Let's. Oh, wrong way. Tap 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to play
The other politician.
this girl. So she reads, draw a card whenever Twilight Emissary enters play and exits play. So I will draw a card. And I also get a mini that represents her.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'll pass turn.
Okay. So, Josh, I would like to attack your glue trap with my, what's he called? Leap Flogger.
This guy here.
No, this guy over here.
The Painbringer. That's who's next.
That's a Painbringer.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
that's
the
the
lead
Painbringer.
brawler.
Okay. Then.
But do you notice on the Painbringer you have an extra ability you didn't take advantage of with your last attack because you didn't position Painbringer to be able to pull it off.
Oh, that's
But
nice.
yeah, when Painbringer after
Okay,
combat you
great.
get to deal an extra damage 1 to
Yeah.
any minion
Okay,
other than
that's
your
great.
target.
So, yeah. But I would like to attack your glue trap.
Okay, I will defend with the skeleton. Or no, yeah. I'll go
I like that. I really liked how you had them stacked on each other.
Okay, and then the skeleton does 1 damage to the Painbringer, and the Painbringer does 1 damage, 2 damage actually to the skeleton. And then he's
Which-
exhausted, right?
Oh,
I am gonna tap and collect the skeleton on my glue trap.
Yeah. So the Painbringer is now exhausted, right, Dave?
that is correct. And
Okay.
at the
So I may
after
deal 1
combat,
damage to another target next to Painbringer and the minute attacked. So could I technically do 1 damage to the glue trap now?
you could, yeah.
Oh, I would like to do 1 damage to the glue trap.
Got it.
I like that you don't let go of your little bone boys. Keep your bone boys.
I don't know how I feel
Loyal.
comfortable with the term bone boys. Jens, before you mark that damage,
Yeah.
I'm gonna destroy 1 skeleton and prevent it.
Yeah, of course. Okay, I spent 2 resources down here to move my warlord 1, 2 squares.
Getting right up in there.
Use my 2 resources here to move my, and he can take, he takes 2 steps every time he takes 1, and I can take 4 steps from these.
So a
that's
total of 8 steps.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
This guy for you.
Thank you. And I spent 2 resources to summon another
Rocket Rider.
Well, there, great. And I can summon it next to my warlord, so I will summon it here.
Good lord, look at
I
that.
pass the turn to you, Josh.
That is a horde. Good luck with that, Josh.
Well, yeah, we'll see. All right,
I
draw
love
card.
this.
Okay. I'm gonna tap and attack this one.
Elite Vlogger.
Yeah.
That's the lead logger. Okay, then as a reaction, no, he just dies.
Is he going to attack?
Right. So he counterattacked, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So he
Because you
deals
had the
2
option to
damage.
not counterattack. I was curious if you were going to not do it because by doing that, it will kill his creature,
Oh yeah, but I think
which is normally
I'm
good.
Are
But
you
yeah, I'm going
counterattacking
to
or
give you
not?
that card. Yeah, I can attack you.
Okay,
So
so that
she dies.
dies, and I will pay the 1 to Gluetrap her. Okay,
Shield.
let's attack the Painbringer.
all right, so he dies,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
and then I will pay 1, 2, 3, and play Blood for Blood.
Hey, there you go. That's a good one.
Um,
Now's the question: do you want to do defensive move or aggressive? Because that's
Oh.
your choice with your 2 cards.
yeah, so I'm gonna choose that
Defensive.
one. Oh, choose that one. Have it enter.
Oh, nice. Because the bonus on Blood for Blood is you get to put a minion from your discard pile in your hand, but if an ally died this turn, put it into play
Which it
instead.
did.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time and create 2 skeletons. Put that back in the graveyard.
That's annoying.
And if you exhaust, you could actually attach him to your glue trap.
And I will do that.
Yeah. See what you're fretting over there. You're a beast. Look at you. Yeah, you're a
He's a
beast.
big Gluetrap. I will pass turn.
Okay, I will exhaust my summoner to attack the skeleton over here.
I'll mark 1 damage.
Yeah. So I am at 9 now. Tweak.
I don't have any
And
mana left
then
to recruit that, so or not recruit, but Gluetrap. I mean,
I will spend 1 resource over here to move my summoner over here. And then I will spend 4 resources to cast Pack Attack.
Ooh.
Target your Warlord. So that should be 3 damage to the
So
Warlord.
deal damage to a target equal to the number of goblins next to it. So there you got 1, 2, 3 goblins surrounding your dude. So there you go. There's a big hit. Smack. All those bones go scattered off into the floor.
and it says destroy too, so it's not in my graveyard.
Oh, that destroy in this game does mean it's killed. It goes
Oh,
into your graveyard.
okay.
Yes.
So I do have 1
Yeah.
more minion in my graveyard then, or 2, I guess.
2 more now, and because the Twilight Emissary left play finally, you get to draw a card.
It might be better to take you out before you can add it to your armor. So, all right, with this rocket dude, I'm going to attack your skeleton. So they should both die, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, I got the right one. And then your Gluetrap is exhausted, so with the other one, I will attack your Gluetrap and deal 2 damage.
I'll block 1 with the Gluetrap armor and take 1.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that was me for turn.
All right.
Good turn.
So I'm going to choose to rally
Ooh.
this Slurp Slime because it interacts with relics, and we don't have any relics on the battlefield. That was the one I was talking about.
That's what I was thinking. I
Ooh.
was trying to guess which card it was you were talking about.
Yeah. All right. So now with that on the battlefield, I'm going to tap 2. Play
Ah!
Rupture End, and I'm going to do damage to the Rocketeer.
Oh,
Blew that
no.
Rocketeer right off his rocket.
Okay. And then for 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to play the
Ooh.
No.
Shadowy Assassin. I'm honestly not too worried about the Pack Goblin at this point, so I'm just going to leave the minis where they are right here.
Yeah.
And he's got haste, so he will tap and attack your Warlord.
No, I take 3. That was bad.
Yep.
Nice hit. Nice
And he's tapped, so he's not going to be able to block anyways, right? So I'm going to tap my Gluetrap and attack the Warlord as well.
hit. Ooh, getting violent.
I'm getting low over here.
And pass the turn.
Okay, I get a dash. So I spend that resource to move a minion 4 steps.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get him over here. I spent 3 to cast
Rocket Rider.
Another
Rocket
Rocket
Rider.
Rider? Goodness.
He's shooting rocket riders out of there like an Apache.
place them there. Okay, I tap the Rocket Rider to attack your
Did you just
Gluetrap
cast
for...
that though?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but
haste
I
because
cast
he
it
did
with
the.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
to attack your Gluetrap for 2.
Sure. Down to 7.
And then I tap my Pack Goblin to attack for 1.
6.
Nice.
And enter.
Are you savoring this moment because you're like, I'm going to kill him, but you never know what happens on the battlefield.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna, since I'm allowed to do it this way and have a tactics phase after, I'm gonna try and
Mhm.
swing the rat boy on the warlord.
Nice, nice.
Okay, then I spend 3 resources to cast Flash
Ooh,
Reflexes, and then I may
ready?
ready my Goblin Summoner and prevent all damage that's being dealt to it until end of turn.
End of
Mhm.
combat, not the end of turn.
Yeah, end of combat. But you can also, this is a like due to the order, the way the way that text works and that the combat steps happen.
Yeah.
Since you get immediately readied, you do have the option to attack. You can attack with your minion.
Yeah,
now.
and he doesn't take any damage, right?
Yeah, but you don't have to attack if you don't want to. But you'll ready yourself.
But I would like to attack the rat.
Yeah, counterattack.
Counterattack.
Yeah.
And then I
Um,
tap it again, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay the
Yeah.
1 to glue trap him though.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think I will tap to cast Death Stare
Nice. Nice.
on
That's
the
a good one.
Rocketeer.
That's a good one.
Oh.
So I'll read that one just so, or you can I like to keep it on it just so you can enjoy that. Sweet
You want to read it for
painting.
us, Dave?
Yeah, this one. So you attach Death Stare to an exhausted minion, then set a stun counter to 2 on it. Destroy Death Stare when there are no stun counters on it. Instead of readying a card with a stun counters on it, you remove a stun counter. And minis that are stunned cannot move. Yeah, and fun fact, this card used to be called a cooldown counter. But every time I talk to you about the game, you would call it a stun counter, and so I decided to change it to a stun
Yay.
to the official keyword for that, stun now.
Ooh.
Okay. Then I'll pay 3 more and play
Ooh, a little zapper.
Shadowlight Sentry.
Put her over here. Put her over here. Put her over here so she could be super annoying and shoot from far away.
Yeah, but I want to be able to glue trap her.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's probably smart too. And he's gonna be trying to kill you anyways.
So I will attack for 2 on your, or for 1, sorry. Or no, for 2, yeah, for 2 on your warlord.
Yeah.
But the warlord has,
that combat phase ended. I went into my tactics phase and then entered a new combat phase.
Okay. Until end of combat. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I take 2. Oh, it's getting low.
It's very close. Yeah.
I'm
curious.
Well,
I hope you don't have. I'm gonna laugh so hard if you have 2 demolitions experts.
Okay. I will rally a Nick Naka. Then I will
bring out the bomb.
Demolition expert with my this one. Oh, did you have the?
I put a little mini on your card for you to use.
Oh, thank you. And I will summon him to this position.
And does he have haste?
Yeah, because I used summoner to summon him. But before I do anything else, I will spend 1, 2, 3, 4 to cast pack attacks.
Oh my goodness!
Do 4 damage to your warlord, Josh.
1, 2, 3, 4. Holy smokes!
Obviously, I'll take 1 shield counter off and take 3.
Jens is that's a bruiser move. Oof.
Then I will move a mini 2
I rotated
steps.
my camera on your side, Josh.
Which
Oh, I
mini?
can't do that.
Yeah, opportunity attack.
Yeah, but he has, enough health to actually survive. But no. Ah, darn it. So technically I could just detonate him and it becomes a tie, right?
I suppose so. And I think there would be a cruel irony in Josh
I think
following
I'll do that.
himself thinking I'm about to win his first
I
game with a tie.
I detonate this goblin and deal 3 damage to each adjacent minion. Go
I
to 1.
think if we played by the stack rules, when he hits the 0, then that means you win the game.
Oh, tie.
Yeah, but I go to 0
Tie the
too.
game.
So.
Tie the game, Josh. Sorry.
Just to be
Sorry.
clear, just to be clear.
Josh is like, be clear about it. It's a tie. Either way, Josh, I'm sorry you couldn't win that match. I know how excited you were, but that's a pretty exciting ending, I think.
No, that was pretty good.
I honestly, I almost
tie,
even mentioned, I was like, imagine if it was a tie after what you had said, Josh, and that's when Jens just started cackling as he puts out or giggling, I could tell.
Oh, if I had one more of those, prevent damage, that could be fun.
Yeah, either one. If you were able to prevent that damage, you would have 1 hit point, and then on your turn, you would have swung and smacked him. So,
Yeah,
Josh,
exactly.
bless you and thank you for taking the tie. I'm sorry you did not get your win there. It was a pretty mean looking shadow army that you had gathered for yourself.
Oh yeah, he really, you were really effective to just clearing the board. I was thinking, I have all these nice little goblins. But yeah, of course, I could also just have not blown him up and have him to block. So next turn, Josh could have attacked with his Gluetrap on my summoner, effectively trying to kill him. I could block with the Demolition Expert, and then he could attack with the Sharpshooter, do 1 damage. I would be at 1. But I don't know if he has a little trick in his sleeve to do the remaining damage. So
that would
therefore,
have been
I thought,
interesting, yeah.
let's just blow shit up and have a tie instead of a loss.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for
Yeah.
joining me. This was a blast. I can't believe the
Yeah,
ending,
Josh.
but that was awesome.
That was amazing. Yeah, great match, guys. And thanks for having it, Josh. Thanks for doing the video or like recording all this. It's super cool.
Of course. Thanks for joining us too, Jens.
Yeah, and thank you for the match. It was really fun.